You just ran a good time in the half marathon. Does that mean you're going to run a good marathon? It depends. Generally speaking, when you run a half marathon, you can add 3 to 4 minutes to that time, times it by two, and that's around what kind of marathon shape you're in. For example, this past year, I ran a 1:08 half marathon, and then about a month later, I ran a 2:22 marathon. Here's the thing though, you can run a good half marathon if you've only been training for stuff like 5Ks and 10Ks where you're not doing those really long runs and you're not doing super high volume workouts. For example, someone like Yomif Kajelcha, who's primarily a track 5K and 10K runner still, can still run under 58 minutes in the half marathon. With that being said though, if you're in a marathon build, you've been doing marathon specific training and you run a good half, it can be a great indicator of what your halfway split should be at your marathon. If you're about to run a marathon and you just ran a good half, but you haven't really been doing any marathon specific type training, you might need to be a little more careful based on your half time about how fast you go out in your marathon. A couple interesting examples of this is, of course, Joshua Cheptegei, the world record holder in the 5K and 10K. He ran his first marathon in 2023. He also ran 12:41 in the 5K in 2023. Everyone thought he was going to crush Valencia Marathon. He went out and ran 2:08:59, much slower than everyone thought he would. Another classic example is Zerzane Tedesse. He was the Eritrean world half marathon record holder for a long time. He could never put together a good marathon. So in conclusion, if you run a half marathon and you've been doing marathon specific training, yes, it can be a great indicator of what's to come in your marathon. If you just run a good half marathon and you haven't been doing any marathon specific training, be careful about how you pace your marathon based on your half marathon time.